In a world that often measures success by the starting line, some stories remind us that the finish line is a destination carved out by sheer will. Paul DeJoria is a living testament to this truth. A man whose journey from the streets to the boardroom is not just a tale of wealth, but a powerful saga of determination, perseverance, and the unyielding belief that any dream is within reach, no matter how humble the beginning. His life is an extraordinary odyssey, one that saw him rise from homelessness, selling goods door to door just to survive, to become a revered billionaire and the visionary co-founder of two illustrious empires. The iconic John Paul Mitchell systems in hair care and the world-renowned Patrón Spirits. This is not just a story about a billionaire. It's a cinematic masterpiece of human resilience. Paul DeJoria's life began shrouded in adversity. Born in Los Angeles to Italian and Greek immigrant parents, the foundation of his world was shaken when his parents divorced, leaving him in the care of a single mother at the tender age of 2. The weight of their circumstances fell heavily on his young shoulders. From an early age, he understood that survival was a team effort, and he had to contribute. At just 9 years old, he and his brother became young entrepreneurs out of necessity, their small hands clutching Christmas cards and newspapers as they walked the neighborhood streets hoping to earn a few precious dollars to help their mother. The financial strain on their small family became so immense that, for a time, Paul and his brother had to be placed in a foster home. A heart-wrenching chapter that underscored the depth of their struggle. This early life, marked by scarcity and instability, didn't break him. Instead, it forged within him a core of resilience that would become the bedrock of his future endeavors. Following his service in the U.S. Navy, DeJoria returned to a civilian life that offered no warm welcome. The years that followed were a brutal test of his spirit. He drifted through a series of menial jobs, his pockets often empty, the future a vast and uncertain landscape. There were nights spent sleeping in his car, and days spent collecting scrap metal and empty bottles, the clinking of glass and metal the only currency he had. He was, by every definition, homeless. During this bleak period, a memory from his high school years echoed in his mind, a teacher who had once told him he would never, ever succeed at anything. For many, such a cutting remark would be a self-fulfilling prophecy, a final nail in the coffin of ambition. But for DeJoria, it was fuel. He transformed that negative prediction into a source of defiant motivation, a silent vow to prove not just his teacher, but the entire world wrong. He refused to surrender to despair. Instead, he embraced the grind, taking on any job that would have him. Became a door-to-door salesman, a relentless foot soldier in the army of commerce. Sold encyclopedias, photocopiers, and shampoo, his knuckles raw from knocking on countless doors. He faced a daily barrage of rejections, of doors slammed in his face, of dismissive words that could have eroded the most steadfast resolve. Yet, with every no, his enthusiasm never waned. He maintained an infectious spirit, a belief that behind the next door lay a yes. This period of relentless struggle wasn't just about survival. It was his real-world MBA, teaching him invaluable lessons in sales, human nature, and, most importantly, the art of perseverance. The turning point, the moment when the relentless grind began to pay off, arrived in 1980. With a fire in his heart and just $700 in borrowed cash, DeJoria partnered with his friend, the gifted hairdresser Paul Mitchell, to launch John Paul Mitchell Systems. Their vision was simple but revolutionary: to create high-quality, professional hair care products sold exclusively through salons. In the beginning, their resources were so scarce that their now iconic black and white packaging wasn't a sleek design choice, but a necessity born from their inability to afford colored ink. DeJoria was the company's first salesman, its delivery driver, and its customer service department all rolled into one. He continued to live out of his car, pouring every ounce of his energy and every dollar earned back into the fledgling business. Through sheer perseverance and an innovative direct-to-distributor marketing strategy that built deep relationships with salon owners, the company didn't just survive, it thrived. Against all odds, John Paul Mitchell Systems grew into one of the most profitable and recognized hair care brands in the world, a testament to what can be built from almost nothing. But DeJoria's entrepreneurial spirit was not satisfied. In 1989, he embarked on a new venture. Alongside his friend Martin Crowley, He founded the Patrón Spirits company with a singular, audacious goal: to create the world's first ultra-premium tequila. At a time when tequila was often associated with cheap shots and rough hangovers, they envisioned a spirit of unparalleled smoothness and quality. Patrón Tequila, with its handcrafted process and distinctive hand-numbered bottles, quickly transcended the category, becoming a global symbol of luxury and sophistication. Selling over 2 million cases a year, redefined the entire spirits industry and added another monumental chapter to DeJoria's legacy. As if to empires weren't enough, his entrepreneurial touch also extended to co-founding the popular House of Blues nightclub chain, further cementing his status as a versatile and visionary businessman. Yet the true measure of Paul DeJoria's success extends far beyond his balance sheets and boardrooms. His story is defined not just by what he has built, but by what he has given back. He is a pioneering figure in conscious capitalism, a philosophy centered on the belief that businesses have a profound responsibility to contribute positively to society. Success unshared, he often says, is failure. This is not a hollow slogan, but a guiding principle that has shaped his life's work. DeJoria has channeled millions of dollars from his vast fortune into a wide array of philanthropic causes. He has tirelessly supported initiatives to aid the homeless, a cause deeply personal to him given his own past. He is a passionate advocate for environmental and marine conservation through organizations like the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society. He established the Grow Appalachia Fund, a nonprofit dedicated to helping impoverished families in Central Appalachia plant their own food. Fostering self-sufficiency and food security, he is a signatory of the Giving Pledge, a commitment by the world's wealthiest individuals to dedicate the majority of their wealth to philanthropy. He actively encourages young entrepreneurs to chase their dreams relentlessly, to be self-motivated, and, crucially, to always be prepared for the inevitable rejections and challenges that pave the road to success. He teaches that preparation is the ultimate antidote to fear and the key to seizing opportunity. With a net worth estimated at $3.1 billion, Paul DeJoria stands as a colossus of modern enterprise. But his legacy is not written in dollars and cents. It is etched in the countless lives he has inspired, in the industries he has transformed, and in the quiet acts of compassion that define his character. His journey from a boy selling newspapers on the streets of Los Angeles to a global business icon and philanthropist is a resounding declaration that our starting point does not determine our destination. It is a powerful, moving, and deeply inspiring narrative that proves that with unwavering will, relentless perseverance, and a heart filled with compassion, the American dream is not just a myth, it is a reality waiting to be forged.